On today's video, I am going to be sharing with you guys 6 tips that can help you to increase motivation when you are stuck in procrastination mode, you have low energy, or you're not sure where to start, but you have this major to-do list. So these things are really going to help you to shift up, take action, feel accomplished, feel good, and get on with your day. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Kara Michelle and I'm here to help you live your truth. And motivation is such a key topic. And I know for myself, this is something I used to struggle with a lot. And today I had a message from a client who was struggling with this as well. So I felt like, you know what, let me break this down and share some tips for everyone who could be feeling the same way, especially with all the stuff going on right now. If you're watching this as it's a new video, everything with the coronavirus going on, maybe it's hard to have a routine and it's hard to have some structure and that motivation to get things done. You've got all this ample time, but now the energy is lacking. So these things are really going to help you. So first things first is to amp up your energy. So if you've got a to-do list, if you know that there's stuff that needs to be done, but you're just struggling to get motivated, amp up your energy, okay? So this could be having a dance party. This could be doing a quick little workout, doing some push-ups, sit-ups, squats, right? You don't need to spend 20 minutes, but even if you just do some jumping jacks, or like I have daily dance parties all the time because they help bring my energy back. You could do some yoga, go for a little walk, do some breath work. There are a million different tools, but whatever is going to work for you to elevate your energy. Because right now, if you're not motivated, you're probably stuck in a really stagnant energy, which is very dense and heavy. And it's just like, I just want to lay here. I don't really feel like doing anything. I don't even feel like getting out of bed. And this can really become, like, I know it's a real place to be in. It can be very heavy, but the sooner you start to take action to shift your state into a place of higher vibration, higher energy, and get into that movement, then it's going to help trigger your mind to feel better too. The longer you just stay stagnant, the easier it's going to be to stay there, right? So amp up your energy, tackle it piece by piece. So put together your little to-do list, prioritize. This is what I really like to do because I am the queen of making lists, but I get very overwhelmed because I'll have like a million different papers, all these different things for different parts of my businesses, stuff for self-care, for mindfulness, right? All these different areas of my life that I'm trying to balance. And it can sometimes be overwhelming to look at how many things there are to do. So if I have a to-do list of here's these things on paper, then I look at them and I prioritize them and I go, okay, what do I need to focus on right now today? What's the biggest thing for me to do? And I forget which book I read it in, but a book all about high performance habits, and maybe it's from the book High Performance Habits. It's like over there on the floor right now. But I don't think it is. I think it's from a different one. So anyway, in this book, they talk about having your list and just breaking down 3 to 5 things that you're going to do each day. Personally, I have a list of like 20 things and I think I'm going to do all these things today. And then when I don't accomplish it, I feel really bad about myself and I beat myself up and I feel like it wasn't a productive day. But in reality, it really was very productive, but I overestimated what I could get done and I underestimated the amount of time that each task would take. So if you just pick 3 to 5 things to do each day, then you can check those off, you can feel accomplished, and you know what? In a week's time, you're going to have cleared those things out. So creating that priority, really having that list and that visual to look at can really help you to see that you are in fact making strides, even when your list might be so long that you don't always feel it. Another thing is to celebrate each step. Yay! Get excited. Be happy that you've accomplished these things, because welcome to the human reality. Our job is never done. There's always going to be something new to do. Doesn't matter if you work for someone else or you're self-employed. Doesn't matter if you're unemployed. There's always something to do, right? This is life. So celebrate each step and celebrate each time that you accomplish something, because it's just going to help you feel more elevated, feel more motivated to continue doing this work and continue showing up for yourself to get more tasks done. If you feel bad and you just complain or focus on all the things you still have to do, it's not really making you see the accomplishments that you've had. So you're not going to be motivated to do them. So we want to turn this into something fun. Throw a dance party each time you check something off your list, or sometimes that's what I like to do is I say, you know what, I'll do this one task and then I'm going to go for a walk with my dog, or I'm going to go put on some music and just dance for a little while, or have some food because I love to eat. So whatever it is that's going to help me celebrate, and then I can go back and do task number 2 or task number 3 and so on. Another one is this one. This is so powerful. This is going to help you quantum leap and really push forward into who it is you want to be. So you want to align with the self who can easily accomplish it. Your current self, it probably feels really difficult. There's probably resistance. That's why there's no motivation. But if you align with the self like this, the one who's like connected, right? Who's like higher vibe, the person who's already done this and achieves this easily, if you can step into alignment with them, pretend, believe, act, feel, create all this energy around what that would be like to be that version of yourself. And when you do that, you're going to get the tasks done a lot faster. Right now, where a lot of people struggle is they're living in their present day reality and their current identity who isn't motivated and who does feel stuck and has a million other things that kind of keep them weighed down, right? But if you get into alignment with the self who can easily do these things, everything's going to shift around you. We get into law of attraction, manifestation, higher self, all those kinds of things. You can check out a bunch of other videos from me on that if you want more. You can also check out my free 5-day Release to Thrive challenge, link down below in the description box, because this is going to take you through that process over the course of 5 days to really get clear on what your ideal self looks like, how they act, how they show up, and get you into that place and into that vibration where you can live there more often. And soon it will just become your normal default and your new normal, okay? Next step is to identify the blocks around your lack of motivation. What is stopping you from doing these things? Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it uncertainty? Is it insecurity? Is it because you remember these times in your past where you took action on some things and it didn't work out for you, right? What kind of limiting beliefs do you have that are possibly blocking you from actually achieving this right now? I know for myself, if I look at some tasks that, were when I first started my coaching business and was learning about business in general, there were tasks I really didn't want to do. So you know what? I kept pushing them back. I wasn't motivated. I didn't have the energy or the excitement around them. And those were the most important tasks for my business. So you can imagine that I stayed in a really big place of struggle. And then I felt more disheartened, more frustrated, more hopeless, yet I still wasn't taking action on what needed to be done. So I started to look at these blocks, like, why am I blocking myself from doing this? What's going on here? For me, it was fear of failure, it was fear of judgment, and it was fear of success. And I'm 99% sure that I have a specific video exactly on that somewhere in my channel. I'm not sure where, so this might not be helpful, but those 3 things are really key blocks that can keep us from feeling motivated. So I had fear of failure, fear that if I took these actions that were really out of my comfort zone, that I'd get shot down and I would fail. Plot twist, there is no such thing as failure. So you just learn, you grow, you evolve. So I was just prolonging my suffering by avoiding getting out of my comfort zone. Okay, fear number 2 was fear of judgment. I was afraid that if I got out of my comfort zone and tried these things that I didn't want to do, that people would judge me or look at me a certain way. They wouldn't like me, and that really created this anxiety, this fear, this inner turmoil around how the world was going to see me, and that hurts because I just want to be loved. We all just want to be loved, right? So that was fear number 2, and that kept me then feeling demotivated from taking action that I knew I needed to do. Number 3 was fear of success. what happens if I take this action that's out of my comfort zone? I push myself through this lack of motivation to do it. And what happens if it works and everything changes? Oh my gosh, like that is even more unknown than this current reality. And like all the potential things that could happen, whether they're good or bad, that creates some fear in most people. So those three things can really be blocking us. So you want to break down your personal limiting beliefs and blocks around what's holding you back, why, and create new empowered beliefs, which I talk about all the time. So you want to replace the old with the new and bring in something that's going to push you forward and fuel you, right? Number 3 is shifting the, number 3, and number 6. Number 6 is shifting the negatives into positives. So instead of feeling like, oh, I really don't want to do XYZ, oh, I really hate having to do this chore, or it's just not a priority, I just don't feel interested, I don't have the energy. Instead of focusing and replaying all these negative thoughts all the time about these things, shift it into a positive and shift it into, you know what? I love that I get to do this today. I love that I get to grow. I love that this is what I started to do for myself for that situation in my job when I started, or my business, was, okay, I really didn't want to do it. I had a million reasons why I didn't want to do it, but I had to flip the script into, I'm really excited to do this. And for a while, it wasn't believable. So at the beginning, I started with, I'm looking forward to doing a little bit of this. I'm excited to make steps forward. I'm excited to create some momentum. I'm going to start small. I focused on starting one step at a time, or here, piece by piece. Just what can I do today? Or what are a couple things I can do that are going to help move me forward? And shifting it into a positive of looking forward to doing these things, feeling grateful for the opportunity to do these things, the freedom, the flexibility, the control. And instead of staying in the negative of, I just don't want to do it, and I'm gonna stay here and watch Netflix instead. So it's all about the perspective and the momentum that you're creating in your energy and in your beliefs. So please let me know which one was most helpful for you. Please give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, turn the bell notification on so you do not miss any of my videos. Again, I'd love to know what's most beneficial for you on here. Share it down below which one you're going to focus on, or maybe all of them. Maybe you're going to write this out or take a screenshot and use this when you need that extra motivation to push forward. And I will see you on the next video.